Everyone, put on your headphones for a better experience and listen to the full video. Then let me know in the comments whether you liked it or not. If you want it in any other language, tell me in the comments. Without wasting any time, let's start the video. Welcome to Quiz Pa. The story begins. Mike is sleeping on his bed. It is around 3 o'clock at night when suddenly Mike stands up and says, "This can't be possible." He looks very serious, and fear is clearly visible on his face. In his dream, he sees that Dustin, Steve, Nancy, Jonathan, Bill, and everyone else are under the control of the Mind Flayer. After that, he wakes up. Mike says to himself that this can't be true. Then he gets off his bed and sees that Elle is standing in front of him. As soon as he sees her, Mike goes toward her to hug her, but he passes right through her because she is like a hologram. Elle then turns back and says to him, "Mike, what you are thinking about this world is correct. This world is being shown by the Mind Flayer. What all of you are seeing is not real." Mike then puts pressure on his mind and thinks that in this world, everyone's future is very good, everyone is very happy, and again he feels that something is missing in this world. Elle then says to him, "I don't have much time, Mike. You have to tell everyone that this world is not real. The fight is still going on. We are still trapped in Vecna's web. You must tell everyone and get out of this world and come into the real one." Mike says, "But how will I do all this?" Elle says, "I will tell you the way to get out of this world." While saying this, Elle's hologram suddenly shuts down. After that, Mike starts shouting loudly, "Elle! Elle!" He immediately goes to Nancy's room and forcefully opens her door. Nancy shouts, "Mike, what are you doing?" Mike says, "We are in very big trouble. Nancy, have you ever felt that this world might not be real? That it might just be a dream? And that the fight with Vecna is still going on?" Nancy says, "Have you lost your mind? What are you talking about at night?" But then she looks at Mike. There is sweat on his face. He looks very serious. Nancy then thinks that she is very happy in this world. All the dreams she had have come true. For example, she wanted to start her own news channel, and now she has it. Deep inside, she thinks, was I really worthy of all this or not? Nancy sits quietly for a moment and then says to Mike, "All right, let's say I believe you. Then, how do we get out of this world?" Mike tells her everything that happened between him and Elle. Nancy says, "That means Elle is still alive and we are all trapped in Vecna's web." Mike says, "Yes, you're right." After that, Mike and Nancy quickly go downstairs. Nancy says, "You go to Dustin's house and I will go to Jonathan's house. Call everyone to my house." Mike says, "Yes, okay." The next morning, Mike and Nancy call everyone to their basement. Mike and Nancy tell everyone what happened. Hopper says, "If you're right, that means Elle is alive?" Everyone agrees with Mike. Robin asks, "All right, we all accept that this world is not real, but then, how do we get out of it?" Lucas says, "It's also possible that Mike saw Elle in a dream and that everything we are thinking is wrong because Mike keeps thinking about Elle. Maybe this is just his imagination. Don't misunderstand me." Dustin says, "No, you're wrong, Lucas. I think Mike is telling the truth. Has anyone thought about how we defeated the Mind Flayer so easily, and how everything became normal so quickly? I don't know about the rest of you, but I feel something is off." Everyone becomes silent for a moment. Steve says, "All right, Henderson. If you're right, then where do you think the way out of this world is?" Dustin says, "From the place where all this started." Everyone says together, "Hawkins Lab." Hopper then says, "One day from now, we will all go to Hawkins Lab. Until then, prepare your weapons and equipment. The battle is still going on. The next day, we see everyone standing outside Hawkins Lab. Nancy says, "Let's split up." They form pairs, Nancy and Jonathan, Dustin and Steve, Max and Lucas, and Hopper, Joyce, Murray, Will, Mike and Robin. They all enter Hawkins Lab and start looking for some kind of portal. Lucas says to Max, "What do you think, Max?" Is Mike telling the truth? It's also possible that this is just his imagination, because everything in this world is going so perfectly. Max says, "How can you even think that? Mike is your best friend and you still don't trust him." Lucas says, "That's not what I meant." Max angrily walks ahead, leaving Lucas behind. In the next scene, we see Dustin and Steve walking and talking. Suddenly, they hear the sound of something running toward them. It feels like something is coming closer. Then they see a Demodog standing in front of them. Steve and Dustin get into position. The Demodog attacks them. Steve hits its mouth with his baseball bat, and Dustin cuts off one of its legs with a knife, then slits its throat. Steve says, "Woof, you bitch!" Dustin says, "Steve, didn't that feel a little too easy?" Steve says, "No, Henderson, we're strong." Dustin calls everyone and says, "Mike, you were right." Robin asks, "Why? What happened?" Dustin says, "A Demodog attacked us." Max looks angrily at Lucas. Joyce asks, "Are you both okay?" Steve says, "One Demodog can't hurt us." Dustin says, "Stop it, Steve." And then says, "Everyone, find that gate as quickly as possible. There could be more Demogorgons and Demodogs here." Everyone continues searching for the gate inside Hawkins' lab. Meanwhile, Hopper, Joyce, and Murray see a Demogorgon inside a room. It looks weak, as if it is not completely fit. It keeps standing up and then falling down again. It seems like it has no control over its body. It looks very weak. Seeing this, Hopper calls everyone and tells them about it. Dustin says that their Demodog was also very weak. After that, Hopper, Joyce, and Murray leave it there and continue searching for the gate. Then, Nancy and Jonathan call everyone to the second last floor of the lab. Everyone reaches there and sees that... What happens next? Do they escape Vecna's web? Or is this just another layer of the trap? Drop your theories in the comments. Like the video and comment, "We need Stranger Things Season 6 back." If you want Part 2, subscribe for more. Stranger Things fan stories. The fight isn't over. See you in the Upside Down. Next chapter name is What's Behind the Gate?